Welcome again to Stream of Blood and today's episode of the Neptune Society, a game of eldritch horror set in the 19th century. I am your host and keeper, Jared Logan, and although I am not completely cosplaying as an investigator of the 19th century, I think my quarantine hair has reached sort of a 19th century length. I look like I'm out of a Thomas Hardy novel or something like that. So at least I have that going for me. I want to thank and welcome everybody who is here joining us today. I always have a little bit of business to get out of the way. The first thing I always want to say is that we do not have a Patreon on Stream of Blood. We do this for free, and all of our actors and guests and artists do it for free. So in lieu of a Patreon, in lieu of giving us money, I ask that you please go to joincampaignzero.org. Just because things like your favorite tabletop role-playing streams have started up again doesn't mean that the very serious work of changing this country's police policies is done. We have to keep working to make sure that that work gets done. And there's a lot of people out there working very hard to get it done, and a lot of them work for Campaign Zero. So go over there and give them whatever you can. $5, geez, whatever you can donate. Please donate it. And let us know. Let us know that Stream of Blood sent you over there and you went. I want to say that that beautiful atmospheric music you heard at the top of the show is a little tune called Setting Sail by a fan named Warbird. You can find more of Warbird's music at soundcloud.com Warbird. And our title card is by my favorite artist, a pal of mine who's done stand-up comedy posters for me, and he always puts monsters in them because I love monsters. I think he loves monsters more than me. Go to willpotorf.com and commission something from Will because he does great work. And we're also going to have some original game art today by my pal and fellow role player Ross Bryant. You'll probably see that at some point in today's adventure. Click on the little heart to like us on Twitch. Follow us on Twitch. Also follow our Twitter account because we do special games all the time. We did one last night. We did a Saturday night game of Blades in the Dark with the guys from the Glass Cannon podcast. Unless you're following our Twitter and our Instagram, you're not going to know about extra things like that we do. And we want you to come and join us for those games as well. And of course, everything lives on YouTube afterward. Okay, that's my big long spiel at the beginning of the show. I am ready to now get in the mindset of the 19th century. Actually, let's not get into that mindset. Let's just play a game of adventure based on my favorite 19th century and early 20th century adventure novels. And to do that, I have picked three very modern, hilarious, and or talented people to come and join me. Let me bring them into the stream right now. This guy is a role player. He is one of my favorite comedians. He has a new album out called Alexa Play Creed. He also has an album that I love called Hit the Dick Lights, and he has his own role-playing stream called Better Than Heroes. They have a game tomorrow night on Twitch at 7 p.m. Man, I'm so happy he's here. Please welcome Andrew Orvedahl.
Oh, wow. Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hey, man. Yes. Yeah, you're a little delayed. I always like to get the technical gaffes, right up at the top of the show so everybody can go like, uh-oh. How to say something else now.
Okay. Am I still delayed?
No, you sound good now.
I caught up with the present? Oh,
yes.
Thank God. Thank God.
You're no longer unstuck in time. Andrew, welcome, and tell us a little bit about the character you're going to be playing today.
Yeah, I'm totally new to Call of Cthulhu,
right.
But I love...
So might kill you and or drive you insane. Okay, go ahead.
Totally par for the course. Yeah. I am playing a tomb robber, although he probably wouldn't admit that if asked for his occupation, named Ian Pimbley. I'm about 5'5" tall, about 200 pounds. I'm sort of perpetually... perspiring, and I have a little monocle that I wear. Yeah.
Beautiful. That's plenty of description. That guy sounds like he's really ready for danger. So I can't wait to put him in some.
Terrific. Like the bad guy in an Indiana Jones movie, kind of is what he is.
Yeah, your PC is the bad guy from an Indiana Jones film. I love that. Okay. Next up, I mean, I've known this lady for so many years. We were actually theater majors together. Since then, she has been in films, TV. She's just a phenomenal actress and a great spirit. And you can see her playing games online at a place called Geghead. I'm so grateful for her for being here. Please welcome Clare Grant, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm ready to play. How about you?
I'm super ready to play.
Yeah. And can you tell us a little bit about your character?
Yeah. I am Valda LeBeau, and I'm French, though she doesn't really have much of a French accent because she travels the world so much.
Right.
But deep
She
in
has an
her
accent
heart,
of the world.
she has an accent of the world. You know, it's sort of you just like a mixture of everything that's just not French.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. She lives for action and adventure, and she has a scar on her eye that she tells people she got when she was battling some like atrocious animal in Africa. But the truth is she just fell down some stairs.
Wow, she really did fall down some stairs. The
classic fall down some stairs and hit a rhino in the eye story,
Maybe that's there was like a bust of a stuffed rhino and she fell and just scratched her eye on it. I think that's what happened. Great. Well, luckily she's raised her dexterity since then, so maybe that won't happen to her again. But let's find out. Maybe she'll get another rhino in the eye today. I want to bring in our final guest today. This guy has been on a previous episode of the Neptune Society. One of my favorites. We did a Moby Dick episode, and his character went to sea and fought an enormous monster out in the water, hand to hand at one point, because the character is both arrogant and foolhardy. But this guy is just an extremely talented improviser and a sweet individual. Please welcome Mr. Zach Reino, everybody.
Oh, thank you so much. Good to be here.
Hello. Hi.
Don't forget stupid. Character is also extremely stupid.
Right, that's right. You kept making the note when we were playing, like, remember my character is stupid.
It's very dumb. It's truly a miracle he survived the last time he was here. He was like punching a giant sort of horrible whale monster like from inside its own mouth.
Nice.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll try to kill him this time. We'll try to give stupidity the
odds aren't good.
The prize it deserves. So he's Quincy Ferrymore, right? That's his
name.
Quincy
Ferrymore, hunter of large beasts. And,
yes.
And up until recently, like pretty good track record. Although this takes place later than that, right? You were saying this one is.
Yes, 10 years have passed, actually.
God. Well, who knows what he's been up to since then? He's probably like lost an arm or something. Can I do that?
Is that what you would like to do? Because the first thing I was going to get out of the way is leveling up your guy. And most people say...
I'd like to level mine down. I would like to... All the stupid things that he has done in between now and then, I feel like there's just no way he's gotten stronger and better in the last 10 years.
Well, I think we can absolutely do that. So what I would like to do is I would like you to tell me, do you want to get a little bit more skills at all, or do you want him to just have gone downhill?
I think he has devoted his entire life from that point on to physical training and absolutely nothing to anything else.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
If anything, he's like better at running, jumping, climbing trees, shooting guns, and probably everything else has suffered as a result. Would be my guess.
You can pick two of those. I think you definitely I know what you checked last time. Your check skills were dodge, which is useful for you. That's a kind of an athletic thing, and rifle was a checked skill for you last time. But since it's been 10 years, I'm gonna even let you roll maybe to upgrade your jump or something else if you'd rather. So yeah,
No,
you're
I like the idea that he's just been like jumped. He's been doing box jumps for 10 years. That's what he thinks. He's just been jumping.
Calves like watermelons.
Just incredible. Like he feels like that would have helped. Like maybe the problem was he didn't kick the big monster whale to death enough. So that's sort of where he was at. So what do I do? How do I do that to make
it's very easy. It's very easy. It's no problem. Why don't you let's do it for dodge, rifle, and jump. That's what I'm going to let you try to improve right now. You're going to roll your skill. You're going to try, when you're leveling up a skill, you try to roll over it. So if you roll over it, let me know. So let's begin with dodge.
Dodge, I rolled under it.
Okay, so you don't improve your dodge. Let's try.
Excellent, just as I'd want.
Yes, rifle.
Rifle, I rolled under it.
Oh, okay, and jump. Let's try jump.
Jump, I rolled under it.
Oh my god.
I just rolled 18, 16, and 12.
Wow, those are great rolls. Those would have really been useful in today's game, but let's use them up now.
This is spiritually consistent with what I was talking about, though. Quincy Ferrymore has not gotten better over time.
Well, he did. You know what? He did check his occult last time. I have the whole list of what you checked. So why don't you roll? Let's just try to roll over occult. Let's see if he's at least gotten more superstitious.
I hate that you're trying to make me stronger, but if I don't roll over a skill that is 3, that would be insane. And I did roll over that one.
Okay, great. Roll a d10 and see how many more points of occult you get.
8.
Okay, wow, that's pretty good. So he has become quite a bit more adept at the occult. And let's see, he is now 40. So he can deduct 5 points from strength, con, or dex. And then, because he's gotten older.
Good.
And then he can improve his EDU. But I want to speed this up a little bit. I think I'm just going to give you, if he improved his EDU... What's his EDU at now, his education?
You want to make him smarter? It's at 70.
No, I don't. I don't want to do that. I think he just takes, based on your insistence, Zach, I think he just takes 5 points away from your choice of strength, size. Strength, con, or dex. You decide.
This is fascinating.
Yeah, I'm
just like real life.
I'm a renegade role player. Most people like try to min-max their character. I just min characters.
Some people probably find it like they're like, "What are you doing?" Like, and that's making me really happy.
Yeah. I would say that if there's one thing that probably suffered with his age is probably dexterity.
Great.
So let's say his dexterity has gone down.
Pull 5 points off of that.
Would love to.
And let's begin today's adventure. The only thing I want to remind everybody is that our friend Quincy Ferrymore had a long-lost brother, a brother who was lost at sea.
Dead, I'm sure.
Yeah, dead, certainly dead. Couldn't be anything else. But one day, as Quincy Ferrymore is doing his box jumps, his morning constitutional exercises in Cape Colony, South Africa, he receives a letter, and the letter is from the chairman of the Neptune Society in London, and it reads thus: "My dear Mr. Ferrymore, it is my great pleasure to inform you that the Neptune Society expedition to find the shipwreck of your brother's vessel was a resounding success. As you know, your brother Quentin Ferrymore's ship, the Medusa, sank with all souls aboard somewhere off the coast of Sierra Leone almost exactly 20 years ago this month."
What day?
That's when a character gives exposition that the person would already know. Our society employed the heretofore untried method of science in recovering the wreck. Miss Lucy Hawthorne performed a mathematic calculation that allowed us to pinpoint the wreck's location. Engineer Johnson Vel Reginald was then able to employ a wetsuit and aquatic lung apparatus to descend to the ocean floor. I have Vel Reginald's oath that he saw the Medusa with his own eyes, torn in twain, gathering barnacles on the floor of the Atlantic Ocean. What may be of even more interest to you is that a chest was found among the wreckage. and within that chest was a waterproof tube engraved with the initials QF, Quentin Ferrymore. I have enclosed this tube, which undoubtedly contains Quentin's final mysterious legacy to you. Please do not worry what else was found in the chest. Just sleep soundly in the knowledge that the Neptune Society's operating costs will be well managed for the next year, with enough left over to commission a commemorative bust in your brother's honor. You are most welcome, Captain Jeffrey Middlemass, retired Her Majesty's Royal Navy, Chairman, the Neptune Society, Limehouse, London. And so you, unless you don't want the adventure to happen, you opened this tube. Sometimes people don't. And in this tube, you found a map. And that is how you come to stand in a hut in the town of Bela in French Guinea, Africa, with your two associates and companions, Ian Pembley and Valda LeBeau, looking at this somewhat ancient-looking map that came out of the tube that your brother died in a shipwreck. He carrying this map, and so this scene is all about deciding what the map depicts and why, or if you want to go there, and how you're going to go there. So, as the three of you are standing in this kind of daub hut with like kind of a crude lantern hanging overhead, and you've got like a old wooden table, and you've spread out this map on it, you start to study it. And tell me what kind of skills you might bring to bear to study this map and learn more about it. And you don't have to see something on your sheet. You could just say to me, well, maybe my guy would know such and such, blah, blah, blah.
Well, my guy is really good with the French language, and also really good with survival in the jungle. So
yeah,
maybe she already knows how to read maps because she's got good survival skills.
I think that her survival in the jungle definitely applies to this area. So maybe she could roll her jungle survival right now and see what the map tells her.
Okay. And I roll my D10.
That's right. You roll 2d10s. One is your 10s die, one is your 1s die, and you're trying to roll under your jungle survival skill.
Under. I rolled a 45 and I have a 60.
So you succeeded. So, Valda LeBeau, you can tell everybody that you're not positive, because this map is very old. I mean, it looks extremely old, like it was made in antiquity or something. But it looks like those are the Nimba Mountains, which are nearby, and that you think you should be able to plot a route that would take you through the jungles. It would involve a lot of travel through jungle, and then it would involve some climbing. But you think you could get to this kind of point that the map seems to be really focusing on. There's like this one point up in the mountains that looks like it's important. So you think you could get the party there based on your roll. Does anybody else want to?
Can I do a history check on the Nimba Mountains?
You may do a history check on the Nimba Mountains.
Sorry, Valda, did you tell us about the Nimba Mountains? Is that something that I even know that's the name of them?
Well, you would know that is a mountain range nearby. But I guess Andrew's just asking, does Valda share her information with everybody? Or are we already starting to stab each other in the back before the expedition even begins?
Valda very much wants everyone to go on this journey, so of course she's going to be forthcoming about such obvious information.
Did I hire these two?
This is a great question. Are they your friends? Did you hire them? I mean, what would Quincy?
These are my best friends from adventures in the past that we've known each other very well, traveling all over the world to shoot animals in all continents and put their heads up on walls. Now I know that Valda LeBeau hates animals the busts of large animals for reasons that she has not disclosed to me. And my friend Ian Pembley is just sort of my kind of guy. And you might say that we're both sort of different flavors of Indiana Jones villain. So I'm so happy that the two of you agreed to help me find my stupid brother's lost treasure that he thought was somewhere in the ocean. Idiot, died in a shipwreck, when clearly this is a map of the mountains. So where are we going?
So I'll roll this history. I got a 20 and it's a 50. So I rolled a 20 under a 50.
You rolled well. And so your historical knowledge tells you that there is a legendary pharaoh, female pharaoh of Egypt named Nitocris. And Nitocris was said to have holdings all over the northern Africa. And the Nimba Mountains are said to be the legendary location of Nitocris's mines.
Cool. I'm just writing that down. I'm going to take an extremely soiled, yellowed hanky from the pocket of my vest, and I'm going to sort of mop my face, and I'll relate this information to Quincy and Valda, and ask Quincy, like, what sort of business was your brother dabbling in, Ferrymore?
Probably trying to get himself killed on the open sea like a big idiot that he is. I have no idea where he got this map. But if it's some sort of Lady Pharaoh's treasure, then I can't see a better thing than us to do than head out in that direction. Now, I will say that he was extremely competitive with me about finding the biggest animals to shoot in the face. Now, mine has been a rhino, and maybe he was looking for some sort of large Egyptian cat, which I know is a sort of thing that they've made statues out of in the past. Big cats with the heads of men and women. Have you seen them in books?
Yes, I certainly have.
Yeah, it's a great question. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to roll on this map? And if the answer is no, that's quite all right. Valda has figured out how to get you there. The challenge would be the going of it. Yes. What were you going to ask?
I was just saying, I've probably been staring at this map for a long time, and since I know my brother, has he marked up the map in any sort of way?
No, this map is so old and ancient that it looks like he probably, if he tried to do that, it might even fall apart in his hands. You saw that it was almost kind of all in pieces. You had to kind of lay out the different parts that had been kept in this kind of airtight tube.
That idiot didn't even know how to take care of a map. Yeah. Look at it. It's all ripped and crinkly and bad. Okay, so what's the part that we're going to?
I will say, when you look at it closely, you see that it has various types of odd language on it.
Could I study that? Could I study that language?
Oh, you may. Why don't you give me a roll that would allow you to do that?
Is that a language roll?
Yeah, you could use you have African Pidgin, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you may try that.
Or archaeology, maybe.
Or archaeology, that would work. Yeah, archaeology.
I'm already weaseling the gamekeeper for better rolls. I got a 46 under a 60.
Your archaeology tells you, because you've looked at a lot of this kind of writing before, and it's very old. And your archaeology, you realize that this does not say a mine, right? The symbols on here indicate a grave or a necropolis. Like they have out in Egypt.
Now that makes more sense to me.
Necropolis?
A necropolis. It's a tomb so big it's made to hold many bodies. It's kind of a big underground cemetery.
But what was the queen's name?
Necroticus.
So it's Necroticus's necropolis is what Miss LeBeau was saying.
Bit of a tongue twister.
Necroticus's necropolis.
Nitocris. Yeah, close enough. I like the names you guys are throwing out. Really, I like them better than the actual name.
I would like to pose a hypothesis about Necroticus's necropolis.
Great.
Can I just play around with the pieces of the map and see if maybe reconfiguring them might convey any new information.
Yes,
Oh,
my
that's
stupid brother
interesting.
probably put the map together wrong. You should fix it, Emily. Rip it up, tear all the bits that look like they're about to be torn, and put them back together.
Yeah, you certainly can do that, huh? Yeah, you start moving the pieces around a little bit, and I want some kind of roll here. What do you think would like allow you to kind of find something with this? I think an intelligence roll, maybe an idea roll. Just roll under your intelligence.
Okay. Ooh, I rolled a 1 under 80.
You rolled
Yeah.
a 1 under 80.
An extreme.
That's an extreme. I wish you could check intelligence, but you can't. Here's what I will do. I'm going to say that when you kind of rearrange these pieces, and you're familiar with this area, you kind of suddenly realize that there is a route to these mines through caves that sort of honeycomb the mountain. So if you didn't want to go overland via Valda's route, which goes through jungle and then involves a lot of climbing, you might try traveling underground. And when you've rearranged the map, you kind of see how the cave kind of connects. You kind of see how the route you would take.
Look here, Volder. Look at these caves. Would these be the better route, would you say? Safer?
I absolutely think that might be the safer route to go. Why travel through the jungle when you can be safe underground in the dark?
It sounds like she might be being sarcastic, but I don't know the character well enough yet.
Plus, it would be harder for any other curious parties to follow us.
I would say this much. The biggest animals I've seen have been on top of the ground, not under it. So while I don't love this idea, it is probably a safer way to go.
I love that decision-making matrix. I love it.
I'm gonna do one last thing to be. I think Quincy, you haven't made any rolls yet, right? Which is great because you are the stupidest character that's ever lived. But I think I have an idea for a stupid idea that Quincy could have. So give him an idea roll.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
His stupid idea is a 55. That's under. That's under. That just makes it.
Okay, so Quincy has a really stupid idea, and this is just an idea for a third way you could go. If you can somehow find a hot air balloon.
Okay, now hear me out.
Quincy has the hot air balloon skill.
I'm not good at many things. Jumping on boxes, shooting big animals, punching whales in the face till they don't die, and then escaping, and flying a hot air balloon. If we could fashion from the leaves of the jungle and the rocks of the ground and then find a way to fill it with fire, and then find a way to steer it, harnessing the wind, that might be the easiest and best way to get there. So we all have an idea. I think we should everyone's got one, and I think we should all decide as a group whose idea is the best.
Yes. That's what I think too. Wow, thanks for running the game. I think you should decide that.
Very well. We don't know that no one else peeked inside that tube before they sent it to you. I think time is of the essence, and as preposterous as your idea sounds, I don't think we necessarily have the time to cobble together this balloon.
You're saying it would take a long time to make a hot air balloon out of the things in the jungle and the desert. Okay?
I don't know that I would particularly feel safe in a hot air balloon that you made, but I don't know. Call me crazy.
Is this because of the catapult that did bad that one time we made the catapult?
That might have something to do with it.
Because I've learned a lot. And I now know that it's supposed to throw the rocks forward. So it wasn't even that I made it wrong. It was that it was sort of designed as a different. So, okay, you know what? I'll take my idea off the table. That's fair.
This is a question for the keeper. Are we currently in a tent in a remote location with no one around, or are we on
No, there are people. There are people around. You are in a village called Bela.
That's right.
It's
You told us that.
In French Guiana. And so there are people outside, the various people that live in the village, and there might even be some outsiders, some French folks ambling about out here. So
Could be some
yes,
interesting people.
there are merchants. It is daytime. It is not 1 a.m. or anything like that. If you wanted to equip yourselves,
Here's what we should check. On
yes.
the off chance that someone has a fully functional hot air balloon already for sale, that would sort of assuage your concern that I made it, and your concern about nothing is going to be faster than a hot air balloon. On that, we can all agree, right? It's the fastest mode of transportation, faster than climbing, faster than digging a big hole. So if they have, I'm just saying we should shop around. And then if they don't have one, that's fine.
I love this idea. So if you're gonna just try to shop, if you're gonna try to shop for a hot air balloon in a remote African village in the year 1852,
where everyone speaks French,
all I need, and it sounds like you're doing this, Quincy. I need a extreme credit rating roll. And what does an extreme roll mean? Well, you'll see that your skill number has two little numbers beside it. The top one is when the skill is hard. I will tell you, make a hard roll, and that's half your skill. But the bottom one is 1/5 of your skill, and that's an extreme skill roll. So I think that if Quincy Ferrymore can roll an 8 or less on his credit rating right now,
did my credit rating go down?
no, it wouldn't. It didn't go down, did it?
You get a telegram.
Oh,
from
I'm sorry.
Experian.
I had your stats wrong. A 10 or less.
A 10. Give me those 2. I'll take that 2%, please.
Yes.
Would you believe that I did not succeed in that?
So
it was actually over 10.
Ferrymore wastes or uses 4 hours wandering around the jungle trying to buy a hot air balloon.
While he's doing that, can I inquire about tonics, medicines, things that might replenish
Such a good idea.
body?
My daughter is guest starring today. Yes, you certainly may. You want to get tonics and medicines. So I think that is going to be, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna do you a favor. That's such a good idea. And out here in the jungle, a lot of times tonics and medicines are made from herbs and things from the earth. So I'll allow you to do a natural world roll to kind of cobble some of these things together, Ian Pembley.
All right.
Are there assists in this game?
Assists?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, there are. Yeah, there are ways that someone could kind of help you out. Would you like to help Ian with this?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So why don't you roll as well, Valda
Okay.
LeBeau, and if you succeed, then I'll give a bonus die to Ian Pembley.
Okay. And that's for Natural World?
That's right.
I have a 50 and I rolled a 13.
That's a really good skill roll. And so you get 2 tens dies, my friend Ian Pembley, and you can use the better one for you.
Great. Well, I already got a 17 under 50, so I'll roll again.
Great. Yeah.
And I got worse, so 17 under 50.
Okay, great. I mean, what I think happened here is while Ferrymore was walking around the village asking to buy a hot air balloon, the two of you
hunting man
actually went and talked to various herbalists and healers in the village, and they helped you gather like actual healing herbs and things that you could use as a poultice if you were injured, or they give you some leaves that are good for a fever. All in all, what I'm going to say is you may both of you may add to your inventory a natural healing kit. And if you use it to do first aid or medicine, which I know aren't great rolls for anybody, I'll give you little bonuses and things.
Is this a single-use kit or multi-use kit?
It's a multi-use kit. You've grabbed a bunch of random auto assortment of things, like things that help with bee stings, things that help if you drink bad water, like... yeah, you guys have like spent sort of that 4 hours that Ferrymore was trying to purchase a balloon on something that sounds very useful. But
Ian, Balda, I have terrible news. You're not going to believe it. I was not able to find a balloon, but I did find this box of bees and this murky-looking water. I'm going to carry around with me.
I'm going to give Valda a look like, don't tell him that we got these kids.
Tremendous. Tremendous, Ferrymore, tremendous.
So you still have to decide your route. And thanks to Ian Pembley, you know that there is a spelunking route you can take. And thanks to Valda, you know that there is an overland route you could take through the jungle, and then you would have to climb. Now, if you looking at your sheet and thinking, "Oh, I'm bad at climbing," don't worry, because just like there are assists, Claire, there are also group action checks.
Great.
Some of this is a little house ruled. I'm kind of borrowing some rules a little bit from other games, but basically you can choose a leader to be like the climbing leader or the jumping leader or the stealth leader, and then everybody else kind of follows their lead. So they're the only one making the roll.
I don't want to say I've trained my whole life for small box jumps and climbing type skills, but I sort of have.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a soldier and I'm prepared to do anything and capable of doing anything. So, including saving you whenever you fall all the time, Quincy.
Well, sometimes it's falling, and sometimes, I was telling you, it's my sort of new climbing with my elbows and knees. Sort of new way to climb. Jared, sorry, do I get to put down box of bees and bad water on my inventory sheet?
Wow.
Because you sort of skated by that.
No, you know what?
And...
I'm sorry, Zach. You have to pick one of them.
Oh, well, then I have a box of bees. That's an incredibly easy choice to make.
Yeah.
Possibly the easiest choice anyone has ever made.
And it's interesting that you have a box of bees that you've collected, because when you do that, some of the local natives here, who are the Fula people, they see that you're holding a box of bees, and they start kind of yelling and like making signs against you and waving at you to get away. That's the normal behavior of someone seeing someone carrying a box of bees, but there seems to be something extra to it.
Can I do am I witnessing this?
You are. You can both witness it, because it felt like you guys all got back together. So yeah.
Could I do an anthropology check on what might possibly be this extra issue with bees? Is that
absolutely.
the right skill? I don't know that much about anthropology. I know it's a store in the mall. Can I roll for it?
Yeah, absolutely, you may. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I failed. I got a 77 over 40.
Oh, okay. You're not sure. This might be a very, very local superstition or taboo that it is not a part of the larger Fula culture.
Cool.
If you speak the language, they are saying some things.
I speak that West African pidgin.
Yes, and I think that Valda, you also speak African dialects, right? So you guys could try to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys could try
Local
to roll if you want. Yeah,
okay.
I'll help Valda if I can, and I failed gratuitously. 95 over 25.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Wait. No. Wait. So if the first one that I roll is a 0 and the second one is a 2, what is it at?
2.
That's a 2.
Oh, I have a 2 under 31.
Whoa.
Nice.
Check it.
Check it.
Yeah, check it, meaning you put a little check beside the skill, because that's what happened. You know, Zach improved all those skills at the beginning. Well, your African dialect skill is going to improve now, because you just got a critical hit on this clue. And you hear everything that they're saying. And they are shouting, he is in league with the White Devil. He serves the Gula. He is tainted. He has honey in his veins. They're saying all of these things they are saying.
Are they saying all of these things about Quincy?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Huh.
Quincy, what do you have to say about this? What are you hiding?
I'm not 100% sure, Miss LeBeau, but I've been cut before, and I don't think I have honey in my veins. Not in the traditional sense of honey being the thing that comes out of the butts of bees. Or is it throw up? I'm not sure. Ask them what Ask them where honey comes from. Or I guess the white devil part is maybe slightly more concerning than that. I don't know. I think they just really don't like bees, which is, I don't know. I found a box of them, so someone here is keeping bees at least in a box. Or
Another woman shouts at him and spits at him and says, grave robber, and then walks along.
Quincy, are you stealing bees off dead bodies?
Well, just because I went to I found a box and there was some rocks next to it, sort of sticking up out of the ground, and there were things carved into the rocks, and the bees were next to that. And I said, get away from these rocks, bees. So
Those
you're saying
were
that
sacrificial
As
bees.
the game master, I say that part is not canon, but the rest
not
of
what
it is.
happened. That's not what happened.
All I'll say is that the villagers are now shunning all of you, and I think it is time to decide how you are going to travel to this mine, to this necropolis, which undoubtedly contains all sorts of treasures untold, a tomb full of gold and precious gems.
Quincy, the caverns might not be as exciting, but they could be more lucrative. Who knows? Who knows what people may have stashed down there?
I'm fine with that. If someone's going to accuse me of being a grave robber, I'm at least going to get to rob a grave in the process.
My thoughts exactly.
Over or under? Are we going over or under?
Sounds like the
I
gentlemen
vote
are kind of
under.
coming. Yeah, you vote under. Okay. Oh, yeah. And so, what do you vote, Valda?
I guess I'll just go. I mean, I feel like I'm already the only person who wants to go over, so I'll just go under.
I'll go over. I'll hear arguments for over.
I thought Quincy was going to be the tiebreaker, and then
Absolutely not. Quincy will. I'm not the planning one. I have the map. I brought that. So now you two decide which way we're going to go.
Well, does anybody have any, underground cave skills that might help us? Because I'm actually very skilled at climbing and mountaineering, and I'm fully geared and ready for that.
Pembley?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm particularly skilled, but it'll be cooler.
I'll be like mopping my sweaty face again.
Okay, a good point, Valda. It would be cooler if we go below ground.
My other argument for going above ground is that we generally know what type of obstacles that we're going to have to encounter. But
Yes.
underground, there are many things that lurk in the darkness that we can't expect.
See, Pembley, if we go underground, it would be much too dark. We should go overground.
Don't let these local superstitions color your mind, Valda. There's nothing underground but a few snails and slugs.
Well,
But I'm
I'm
standing
If
behind
we
you.
must trudge through the jungle, then let's get on with it. It certainly can't get any hotter than it is right now.
Do we want to revisit option 3? Hot air balloon.
oh my god! My favorite thing about role-playing games is anytime you ask 3 players to make a decision.
You are the only reason that the hot air balloon is even on the table, Jared.
That's a good point.
I don't
That's
wanna-
a good
True.
point. That's an
True.
excellent
that one
point.
missed all you.
I think we should
And-
paper, rock, scissors for it.
Yes.
All players want a hot air balloon.
Wait,
They all-
guys, before you paper, rock, scissors, I have to research whether that existed in 1852. Just give me 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
Paper,
No,
rock, cheese. Cutting cheese.
Okay. Yeah, you may certainly paper, rock, scissors. You may
Paper, rock,
certainly-
machete.
Or I could even do I could even do a draw straws random roll. It sounds like paper, rock, scissors is what people like. So go for it.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine with going overland if that's the group's consensus.
Now I want to paper, rock, scissors it anyway.
Yes, I want.
Just leave it to
I
chance.
also want to see this display of wits and strength. The two of you, I will count on 3. Paper, rock, scissors. No, you have to do it when I
You
say
said on
that this-
3 though.
I
Right,
fear
here
I
we go.
played my hand early.
On 3. Ready? And paper. 1, 2, 3. Scissors.
What are we doing?
All right.
I-
On 3. This
Wait,
time.
no, don't do this anymore, please. I
Are the villagers watching that display of what is happening?
Oh, I mean, the villagers have run in horror from all three of you. They're terrified and hateful of you invaders and your ways. So
Rightly so.
Lady and gentlemen, just tell me, as players, if you will, what you're going to do.
Paper.
I'm gonna make a random roll. I'm gonna say
overland.
He said we're going over.
I think all three of us are good to go overland.
Here we go. You head out the next day. You have your healing kit. You have everything else in your inventory, and you have a box of bees, which you don't know. It might come in handy. You're traveling. You guys know how to do this. Valda has jungle survival, and you all have tents, so you kind of know the best places to kind of pitch camp for the night. And you've moved into the interior for several days when... as you're traveling through the jungle, you get the feeling you're being watched.
Pembley, LeBeau, I need a shirt to put over this box of bees, because either the box of bees are looking at us or something else is looking at us, and I want to rule out the box of bees.
Yes, I feel it too, but it's not the bees, Ferrymore. Don't be daft.
Very good.
Definitely not the bees.
Okay, well, I just wanted to bring it up to the group so we could count it out. Now we know it's not the bees.
It's dusk, and it's
we're
dusk.
Currently
and
in the jungle, dense jungle. Right?
You're into the dense jungle. You've moved into the interior. It's dusk, and the red African sun is slowly setting behind the enormous canopy of trees. And you are in a clearing in the middle of the jungle where there's a little bit of space with open sky where you decided to maybe start to pitch your camp for the night. When suddenly you all three get the feeling that you're being watched. So,
perhaps
what are you going to do?
Maybe one of us needs to. Yes.
Did you memorize that map that Ferrymore showed us?
I did.
Ferrymore, eat the map. Eat the map if someone comes upon us.
You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me twice.
Are there any trees nearby? How big is this clearing?
Yeah, it's not too large. I'd say about half a football field, and you're surrounded by trees on all sides.
We could use the tactic that we use to get animals to come out of the brush by firing a weapon into the air, making a big loud sound, and then birds will fly away, and then the birds will make other animals be like, "Oh, something bad's happening."
Then everyone will know that we're here.
How many animals have you killed, Ferrymore?
Well, I caught a fish one time. I've shot plenty of animals.
I'm going to unroll my rifle. I feel like I might keep it in this sort of canvasy blanket, and I'll kind of unroll it, and whatever ridiculous preparations need to be made to fire a Potsdam rifle.
It's like it's like dusk, right?
It is like dusk, and keep in mind, rolling things can always help you when you are in an encounter situation. You guys have skills you can bring to bear here.
Can I roll? Can I roll to see if I can climb the nearest tree and sort of like get a better look at everything around us?
That's a great idea. That's such a great idea. Valda, make a climb.
Yes. Okay.
And noted Pembley that you have your rifle ready.
I'm going to make sure that I have my machete attached to my hip as well.
Great.
Ready, machete.
I rolled a 62 over 45.
Okay, so you missed. Now, I can tell you something, Valda. There are two mechanics for when you miss a roll in Call of Cthulhu. The first one is you can push the roll. That means you roll again, but if it fails the second time, something really bad happens. So you could try that. Or you could spend your luck. In Call of Cthulhu, if you miss a roll, you can spend as many points as you missed the roll by of your luck. Your luck goes down that much, but you make the roll. And you could say, I don't want either right now. I'm fine not being able to get into these trees right now. I don't think that this is that dangerous.
I'm going to push my luck. I'm going to push.
Great,
I'm gonna
here we
push it.
go.
Yeah. Oh, I rolled a 32. Under
There
45.
it is. The push paid off. Valda, like, she hangs for a second. She's about to maybe fall or something. She kind of loses her footing, and then she just swings back up onto the limb, moves out to the end of the tree, and looks down over the clearing. And now that you're looking down over the clearing, you can see that in the tall grass of the clearing, a long brown shape is slowly padding toward Ferrymore and Pembley. And I can tell you, Valda, from your experience, that you are looking at a Barbary lion. What's a Barbary lion, you ask? Well, it's slightly larger than a regular lion, and it's currently silently, oh so silently, slinking toward Pembley and Ferrymore. What would you like to do?
I would like to call out to Pembley and Ferrymore, and I would like to say, boys, look lively! There is a Barbary lion creeping up behind you. Get your guns ready!
That is perfect. Okay, gentlemen, what would you like to do?
We'll do just
Ferrymore.
Yes, we'll do just that. Thank you, LeBeau. It's time to shoot a big cat in the face. I didn't even think we were going to be trophy hunting this time. But destiny has provided, for it is another day that I, Quincy Ferrymore, will bag this animal.
Excellent. And so,
I will
all
also
I'm going to
position myself immediately behind Ferrymore.
that's a good spot. The only thing I'll need from our friends Ferrymore and Pembley is even though they've been informed of this line, can they see it? It's moving through the tall grass, and LeBeau's told you it's out there, but I think you need to give me some kind of roll to pinpoint where it's at.
Is there like a perception roll? I don't see anything like.
There is a
seeing.
skill called Spot Hidden. There's also a skill
there we
called
go.
Listen, or you might think of a third or fifth or seventh
I'll go
thing
for that
you could
spot.
I would
spot
like to.
hidden.
Okay.
I failed 76 over 60.
I will also try spot hidden.
Great.
I'm sort of panicking, just like looking around. And...
Pembley, tell me you've killed a lion before.
You're Pembley, but yes, I have.
Sorry, it's my nerves.
I rolled a 49 over 45, and I think I would like to. I mean, if ever there was an opportunity to use just a little bit of luck, that's only like 4 points of luck, right?
That's what luck is good for. I don't recommend, spending 30 points of luck at a go because you do need it later. When I roll to see who gets attacked first, a lot of times I have you roll your luck. So, yes, spend those 4 points of luck. You succeed, and you spot the lion just in time. I'm not going to give it a huge surprise round to try to rip your throats out, Pembley and Ferrymore. I'm going to let you, who have your rifles armed, fire first. Thanks to LeBeau and Ferrymore's blind luck. So go for it, guys.
You Barbary bastard! Taste cold rifle. And I shoot my rifle, which traditionally does not go well for me.
Let's see how it goes this time.
This time it actually does go well, though. That's just over a great success. So that's 35 under 60.
That's a hit, so you can roll the damage for your rifle.
Oh, how do I do that? I forgot. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your rifle, I believe, does
rifle
a D10.
It says D10. Sure does.
Mm-hmm.
4.
Okay. Yeah, this thing it has a big scorch in its side, and it's now like moving toward you, not stealthily anymore. Its enormous head, it's craning toward you. Its slathering jaws are opening. Pembley, you said you had your rifle ready as well. Do you want to take a shot?
Yes. And so this is, I'm just trying to roll under 40, right?
That's correct.
Can I assist like a dad telling someone else how to golf?
Normally, I would allow it, except that you've already taken a shot this round. So
yes,
you kind of used your action.
And unfortunately, I got a 68 over 40. So can I push an attack roll?
You certainly can.
Oh, boy.
Or actually, no. Actually, you know what? Call of Cthulhu says you can't push attack rolls because you're going to get another chance the next round anyway. So yeah, thank you for asking the question, because I always forget that rule. You cannot push attack rolls.
Can I push attack rolls?
Nobody can push attack rolls.
Okay.
But I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Okay,
we move
Valda
toward
can push attack.
So in Call of Cthulhu, the people that are armed with guns go first, because guns are faster than attacking with your hands. And then the things and people that are attacking hand to hand go next. So I know that the lion has a higher dexterity than Miss Valda LeBeau, so it's going to do something, and then Valda, you can do something. The lion is going to jump out of the bushes and take a swipe at Ferrymore, who we all heard was in front of Pembley. Here it comes.
My cowardice has come through again.
I have great news for you, Ferrymore. Its enormous paw, the size of your head, misses your face by mere centimeters. And now, Valda LeBeau, here, I would just set the scene for you. You are legitimately hanging on a tree limb directly above all of this.
Okay.
And
what would you like to do?
As the lion swipes at me, I yell, "Ferrymore, dodge!" It's the sort of
What is my
dodges?
gun
That's an
range?
important. Let me add one thing. I'm sorry, Claire. 1 second.
That's okay.
You get 1 dodge per round. It's in addition to your attack or whatever action you want to do. So if this thing's coming at you and you'd like to dodge, you'd let me know and you can roll your dodge. Okay,
but it happens before it attacks you.
Yeah, it just kind of happens while it's attacking you.
Great.
Dodge is the only skill that works as like sort of a reaction.
Got it.
Yes.
And only once per combat?
And once per round. So once in everybody's taking their turns.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
And then it resets. Okay, Claire, what would Valda like to do hanging on this tree limb above everybody?
Well, I have a question. What is my the distance for my fire for my handgun?
The distance for your handgun, I
For
think,
my
is
pistol.
like. Yeah, I think that the flintlock. Actually, let's make sure. I think it might not be that much because it's a flintlock pistol, but it might be enough.
I have one on my sheet. Flintlock pistol, 10 yards.
10 yards, I'd say. So that's what? That's like
30 feet.
That's 30 feet. You're definitely not more than 30 feet in the air. You could fire at it from here.
I could fire at it from here. Okay. Should I fire it from there, or should I jump down with the machete onto the lion?
Well, you know what I would do, Miss LeBeau.
Here's what I'll say that'll help you make this decision. You told me you were getting your machete ready, but you didn't say you had your flintlock all primed and loaded and everything in your hand. So
I got the machete ready.
You got that machete ready.
All right. So, is that a strength roll?
I think that I'm going to let you make a fighting roll with your machete, but it's also or you know what? Or if you'd rather, you can make a jump roll. Because either one works for me. Either way, you're falling down out of this tree.
I'm going to do fighting.
Okay, this is so badass.
This is like a full Assassin's Creed, like drop from a high point.
This is so badass that I'm going to allow you to. Well, I just want to see how it goes. How did it go?
Absolutely horrific.
Oh yeah, what did you roll?
I'm almost scared to tell you.
Oh, was it a 100?
It was a 99.
Whoa!
Oh my god, that is a critical miss.
That's so powerful.
And because you chose to make it a combat roll, I cannot allow you to like push or whatever. So you are going to critically miss. When you roll a 99, you critically miss. Good lord.
Do I get to dodge? Oh, that's
well, I
when he
think
attacks
that
me.
what happens is Valda. It was so cool, but you just kind of fall down out of the tree like screaming, and instead of coming down on the lion, you come down, boom, right beside it. Like flat onto the ground, like really,
movie style.
Yeah, and I think that you take some damage, poor Miss LeBeau. So let's see how much
dare
damage you
you.
take. And god damn it, Valda, I'm so sorry. I rolled the damage for you falling out of that tree, and I rolled 10 damage.
Oh my god!
How much HP do you have?
I'm gonna cry right now. I have 14.
Okay, so you have 4 left, but you have taken more than half your entire HP, which means you now need to make a Constitution roll for me, and that's going to determine whether you are able to stay conscious.
Oh God! Oh, the horrors of this game are getting out of trees.
Yeah, this is the game where you die by doing like childhood stunts.
So I rolled a 66 and my constitution is a 60. Can I luck it?
You know what? I don't think you're supposed to be able to use luck on attributes, but I'm allowing it. I'm allowing it here. I don't want poor Valda to take it too hard here this early in the expedition. So Valda, you are still conscious. You don't take a major wound. You don't break a leg. If you fail that Constitution roll, you're supposed to take a major wound from it. You don't take a major wound from it. But I think that if you don't mind, I'm going to say your character is really dazed and might have a harder time with some attacks and things for like the next round, right?
Okay.
Like you're like still like really like it like knocked the air out of you. It knocked you senseless to fall. And the lion like immediately like turns and roars and you feel it spit on your face, Valda, and you smell its hot, fetid breath. And now we start a new round and the guys with guns can go first.
I say, it's not your turn, lion. You'll have to wait to bite my good friend, Valda LeBeau. And I shoot it right in the face.
Shoot it right in the face, my friend. Shoot it right in the face.
So that's... why does this keep happening to me? Okay. That a 1? 40... 41 under 60. Great. So I did it.
It's time for some damage.
Ugh, that's one damage.
Oh, 1 damage. Oh my God. So Ferrymore is just like, oh wait, Ferrymore, you have a rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Could you even fire it this turn? How many bullets does it give you?
Oh, I didn't know. How does ammo work in this game?
Well, for these guns,
it says 1/4.
It says 1. Well, here I'm gonna figure this out. Don't worry, it's only gonna take a second.
It says 1/3, and it says ammo 1.
Right.
Does that mean it takes us 3 rounds to reload these goddamn
you got
rifles?
it. You got it. So, but I'm gonna since it's already canon that you fired Ferrymore.
No,
I'll
shoot the other gun. I'll shoot the pistol.
That's what I think that you did. You fired your pistol, and I think that I'm gonna keep the success. I just want you to roll the damage for your pistol.
Great. Let me get a D6.
Wow, everybody's in big trouble.
Much better. That's 6 damage. That's 5
that's
plus
so
1.
much better. Okay. Great. The lion is going to make a little con save, or a little con roll here, rather.
To go unconscious, because I shot it so good, lion.
The lion is still kicking, and it is angry. Okay.
We should have done the caves. Walda's screaming on the ground, holding herself still a little bit out of breath, but just enough energy to push out the caves.
Okay, I think that that was that roll. So Ferrymore has used his 2 bullets that he has ready to go. Now it's Ian Pembley's turn. Except Ian, are you? What are you doing now? What are you going to do?
So it looks like my rifle takes 4 rounds to reload.
Would you like to start reloading it?
No, I was wondering, can I kind of turn the rifle around, heft it by the barrel, and try to give this lion a good old broadside whack with the stock of the rifle?
You certainly can.
Pembley.
You certainly can. What is your dexterity?
It's 60.
Okay, and what is yours, Valda? What is your dexterity?
65.
Okay, I'm gonna let Valda go first, and then it's gonna be Pembley with his cool butting it in the face with the rifle butt move. So Valda, there you are, shaken, prone. The lion's right; it's roaring right at you. What do you want to do?
I want to try to take my machete and shove it in his open mouth.
That's cool. I like that move a lot. Go ahead and give me a fighting roll. Oh no.
78 over 55.
The dice are cruel sometimes. Valda, you try to shove your blade into this thing's mouth. You're not able to get it in, and I'm gonna give it its attack now, and then we'll have Ian Pembley do his thing. Here it comes. It's gonna try to bite Valda LeBeau.
Do I get to dodge?
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah.
Roll your dodge.
Dodge.
Oh, the God. 35 under 52.
You did it. So I think that
Yes!
Valda she rolls away. She rolls away, and the thing snaps its jaws, and it misses
Not
her.
this time, lion.
And now it is your turn, Pembley. Give me a fighting roll. I think because it's an improvised weapon, you can just use the 25% that most people get for, their fighting. So that's a 1 in 4 chance. Not too bad.
All right.
Give it a shot, buddy.
All right. Ooh, so bad. I got an 80 over 25.
Okay, great. The thing, the lion is not. Yeah, you're just kind of like, and it's not working. And so now, if no one has any firearms, we're gonna go in plain old Dex order now.
Oh boy.
Okay, so
It's
it's
the
gonna.
box of bees.
Can I start reloading my gun now, or does that takes my full action to start reloading?
Yeah, it does. It takes your full action to start reloading. Look, Call of Cthulhu is hard mode, everybody. It's tabletop role-playing hard mode, but I mean, and I'm sadistic, and that's why I like to run this game. So
Can I still have? Do I have movement on my turn?
absolutely, you have movement and action.
Can I move my full movement speed kind of blindly into the grass in the opposite direction of the lion?
Yeah, absolutely, you can. Let's let everybody start acting. Let's start with the lion, which has a very high dexterity. It was trying to bite at Valda, but she kind of rolled away, and then somebody stuck the butt of a rifle in its face, and now it's biting at you. Okay, here it comes. And remember, you have your dodge, my friend. Here we go.
Once per round, right?
Yeah, but this is like a whole new round. We're starting a new round, and the lion goes first because nobody has any firearms left. So,
Does that
lion
mean you
has
can
the...
dodge every round? I'm sorry.
Yes, it does. Every
okay,
round,
cool,
when
cool,
everybody's
cool.
taking their turn, you can dodge once. It's more of a problem that you can only dodge once when you're fighting like multiple enemies, and they
Got
can
it.
all attack you.
Got it.
The lion, believe it or not, misses again with its claws, swipes them toward your face. So you guys are getting a lot of last-minute chances. And now it is the highest dex. Ferrymore, what's your dex?
45.
So it will be Valda. Valda, what would you like to do?
Valda would like to try to sever the lion's back leg. The
Okay.
back right leg.
Great. Go for it. And just roll your
Fucking
fighting.
Oh, wait, no. This is bad. I rolled a 0-0.
That's a
100.
100. Unbelievably, you have somehow critically missed again. I can't believe you were able to do that twice in one fight. So, yeah, I know. I think that what happens is here's what happened.
He
You
has your
lost,
machete now.
you go to swing. The lion has the machete. No, you go to swing your machete, and you realize that when you were trying to jam it into the lion's mouth, you broke it somehow. And so when you go to
The
swing
lion's mouth or my machete?
your machete. So when you go to swing it this time, it kind of just comes apart and limply kind of knocks against the lion's back leg. That's Valda's turn. Now it is Ian Pembley's turn, and you're running as fast as you can.
Yes. I'm going to throw myself into the ground amongst the tall grass. And I'm going to begin with my trembling, sweaty, little pudgy hands. I'm going to commence trying to reload my rifle.
That's a great idea. I'm going to let you move and reload. So you are now kneeling down in the high grass, reloading your rifle. And then we come to Quincy. What
well,
would you
I'm
like to
going
do?
to kick the lion in the head with my
Okay.
boot.
Okay, great. I think
now,
that's great.
lion? Yeah, this is an unarmed strike.
It's definitely a stupid action for a
From-
stupid character.
from brawling man, Quincy Ferrymore. Have at you, giant beast. That is a. Oh no. Oh no.
The dice
That's a
have gone
40.
missing.
That's a 47 over 40. So that's just
40
a failure.
How about, would you like to spend some luck on that as well? 7 luck?
No, and if I feel like if I push it, the lion's gonna catch my leg in his mouth, because that feels like the worst way that could possibly go.
Yeah.
But I am going to push it and do it again because it is one of those.
Except that it is a combat roll.
Oh, you
and
can't
so
push combat. That's right.
You can't
Okay, I'll
push a
just miss.
combat roll.
I'll just miss.
Okay, you missed. So Ferrymore is just trying to kick at the lion, and he misses. Boy, how much longer can this go on?
This lion fight bodes well for the Eldritch horrors around the corner.
It really does.
The last thing I fought was a giant mythical whale, and it was equally difficult.
You guys actually were prepared for the lion and everything, and it was completely within your power to shoot it when it first jumped out, and it just didn't work. And now you are in a toe-to-toe with a lion. We return to the top of the order. The lion gets another attack. Let's see. Poor Pembley has run off and hidden in the weeds. I think the lion focuses on Ferrymore, who is still there.
I should say so, lion.
Thank God.
Ferrymore, whose player has told me they'd love to lose a limb. Let's see if we can make that dream a reality.
That is not what I said. I said that felt like what would happen if I pushed my luck. But I would like to go toe-to-toe with a lion in physical combat.
Well, you're about to, because he just succeeded at his attack.
And
roll.
I will dodge.
Oh, that's a good idea.
An extremely good idea, some would say. And I did very badly on the dodge.
No. Okay. That means this shit is about to happen. All right, let me get out dice I didn't even think I'd have to use today.
Kicking, juking. I love it. Uh-oh.
This lion bit a machete in two. It's
That's
got
a lion maiming dice.
Oh no! Why are you
Doing?
sighing?
What are these
What
ominous
happened here?
sounds? What's happening?
12
Are
damage.
we gonna die before we make it to the caves?
12 damage to
Okay.
Quincy Ferrymore.
all
Oh
right.
boy.
How
Wow.
much does he have left?
Less than you'd like. I have 3 hit points left.
Oh, okay, great. So what you have to do now is you have to make that Constitution roll to see if he's able to stay, on his feet.
How come the lion's teeth are so much more powerful than a gun? Is what I would like to know. Because I've shot him 3
It is
times.
the
Jared.
1800s, so
The jaws of a lion are very powerful.
I
Are you kidding?
believe it.
Very strong muscles.
Sorry, I'm trying to
these are
roll
the kind
over
of
or
guns where
under.
they would like shoot a president and they would
Under.
like live for 2 weeks afterward.
And I cannot use luck on this either, right?
I'm afraid not.
I'm over by like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Oh.
So I rule that Quincy Ferrymore, you now have a permanent scar from a lion bite.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you also go unconscious in this moment.
Hell
So
no.
Can I pick where it is, or do you know where the bite
I think you
already
should
happened?
pick where it is. Yes.
Right
what-
on the Gonk. right on the face.
Nice.
A lion basically went and then I like pulled away and then fell down unconscious.
I love it. It's now Valda's turn. Valda, what are you going to do? You see that the lion currently has Quincy's head in its mouth.
Oh my fucking god.
All right, I'm gonna take what's left of my machete and I'm gonna shove it up this lion's ass.
Okay. I love it. Go for it. Fighting roll. Oh, but I
God.
wanted because you were using a broken weapon. I want it with I want it to be slightly disadvantaged. So I want it to be.
Can
hard.
I say something as I pass out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Valda, the bees.
Ooh.
Make a hard fighting roll.
To enunciate.
Why
that
would
term.
you do that to me?
Well,
Why
because
would
you're
you do
using
that?
a broken weapon right now.
Okay, so by hard fighting roll, what does that mean?
It means that you see that there's a little box beside your fighting skill that is half your skill. It's like the top box on the right beside it. That's
Okay.
what you're rolling.
Cool. Okay. Well, I would have made it if I wasn't going under 27, but I didn't. I failed.
Oh, okay. So you would have made it if it was your normal fighting roll, right?
Yeah.
This is a party wipe on first encounter.
I love it.
Oh,
Like a lion and a
Here's what I'm
barbarous
gonna-
lion at that.
Okay, I'm gonna be the nicest GM of all time.
Don't you
And I'm
dare.
gonna-
This is
No.
your fault. You get to watch all three of your characters die.
and you're
And
gonna
then-
do it.
Then you can host nothing for an hour
And I want a
and 15
graphic
minutes.
40-minute description of what this lion does to our bodies. I mean, it's not even going to be able to eat them all at once. So some
You
of
know
us
what?
are going to be all bloated.
We'll all
and
get new
blackened.
characters. We'll all be parts
You-
of the Lions family, and the Lions family can go on the rest of the quest.
Zach, you truly are twisted because you're right. I'm not going to give you an extra bonus here to do a little bit of damage. Fair is fair. I said it's hard to use a broken weapon to attack somebody, and I think it is. Does that mean that our friend Pembley is currently still loading his rifle?
Whatever. I've got the priming rod, whatever ridiculous amount of thing. That'll be my second of 4 reload actions.
Great. I think that if you give me a dexterity roll, a hard dexterity roll, I'll let you be done this round.
Ooh, quick load.
A
One
quick
out of
load
3
action.
pieces. You old softy. All right, I'll do it. Oh! Oh, wait. No, it was hard, right?
Yeah, it was
Dang
hard.
55 over 30.
All right, you are still there. Okay. The lion.
Pouring black
The
powder
lion.
all over.
The lion lets go of Quincy's head. I'm not actually going to have it sit there and eat his body now that he's unconscious. The lion turns to Volda and attacks.
And I'm
The
going to
lion-
dodge.
Oh, good idea. Go ahead.
Dodging. Valda's dodging.
A really good idea, some would say.
Yeah. And Valda makes it
Woo-hoo-hoo.
with
Volda.
a 49 under 52.
Wow, Volda, you should check your dodge because that would have been really bad for you if you had not done that. And now that's the lion's turn, and it's Volda's turn again. Volda, what would you like to do? Remember, your broken weapon is a hard difficulty.
Question
And
for
how
the keeper.
long is my flintlock pistol ready to go? Do I have my small
yeah,
knife
you do
on
have
me?
your flintlock.
You
pistol.
have a gun.
I'll tell you
I
what,
do, but
if
yeah.
you use your move action to pull it out,
okay.
I'll allow you to point it and fire it. Yes.
All right, I'm going to do that. I'm doing that. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Great.
All right.
You do that and you pull it out and you fire. How's that go for you?
I rolled a 7 under
Yeah. Ooh, yes.
50.
Hell yeah.
I want you to check that skill.
Okay.
Um,
That's got to be either a hard or extreme, right?
Yeah, is that a hard or extreme success for you? Meaning, look at those little hard and extreme values for your gun.
Oh, my lowest number is 10.
Yeah, so it is. So you just succeeded extreme. You blow the lion's head off. It explodes in a shower of gore.
Well, now that you put a picture to it,
Cecil!
You've won! See how easy that was? That was just a lion encounter.
I'll still be in the grass. I'm still fumbling with my rifle.
Great. Valda, the last thing I'll tell you before we kind of move out of this scene is that you notice that there's like weird kind of tumors on the lion's back now that it's stopped moving for a minute. And the blood that is trickling out of its like the cavity where its face once was oozes like honey. Now we're going to cut back to the village where you've been helping Quincy heal up for several months. If anybody needs to hop away for a second, they can. But those that stay, we can continue role playing and learning things about our character. Yes. Sometimes people need to use the bathroom. Yeah, you may if you need to. Okay, no problem.
Absolutely, no, not pee. I would like to purchase another weapon.
Ah, great idea.
Yes.
Yes.
The problem with guns is that you can only shoot them once. We need to have 7 or 8 guns each that we can fire.
You know that Quincy's back at the hut, kind of like with a big bandage, like a big kind of like leaf bandage over his face, and you are looking for a weapon. So, what kind of weapon do you want?
Well, I guess I should get another machete.
A new machete.
Right.
Okay, that's great.
Right? Or,
So, that's
Choppy,
quite easy to find here in the jungle, and I'm not even going to make you roll your credit rating or anything for something like that. Credit rating is kind of how you buy things and prove that you are a person of means, but I think that it's no problem for you to grab a new machete. And by the way, this one's not going to break apart after you shove it in some lion's mouth.
Thank
this one
God.
feels nice and sturdy. And when you get back to the hut, Quincy is just awakening from, a fever dream, apparently.
Oh, did you have a nice little rest, Quincy?
I didn't. When did we kill the lion? Yesterday?
It was actually like a month ago. You've been sleeping for a month.
Wait, is this the first time I've woken up?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Yes, I've been here the whole time.
I have a question, Valda.
Yes.
My facial hair. How crazy is it? Like, is it real bad or is it okay?
Quincy, just so you know, you have a hideous scar that will forever prevent you from growing facial hair ever again.
This one? The one I feel on my...
I have to tell you, that is the one. The one that will forever scare children for all of your days.
That's fine. Claire, Valda, thank you so much for being honest with me. The Ferrymores are a bearded man, but no longer. Now I shall have my face clean and shaven. As a remembrance of that horrible lion, did you at least keep its head to put on a board?
I shot its head to pieces.
Well, that's not...
And then I took all of the pieces and I rubbed them all over my face and I said, "There, lion!"
Yeah, yes.
Did you really do that? Did your character bathe in the blood of the lion? That could have ramifications for the game. That happened?
I think so.
Okay, wow, that's really messed up. Okay, I understand. Look,
I was very upset.
Pembley, nobody wants to talk about that night. I will say, having a month of recovery time, my friend, Mr. Ferrymore, you are now recovered. You may take your HP back to full.
Great.
The Fulla doctors, when they saw the condition you were in, they decided that, maybe he's not the White Devil after all. Maybe he's not in league. Maybe he's not in league with the spirits of the forest after all. If he just got torn apart by a lion. So, but they, the doctor that helps you does say, he says to you in his African dialect, the forest, it is out of balance right now. There are animals in that part of the mountains act very strangely.
Yes, this was stronger than a lion. This lion, I would say, was as strong and hurt me more than a big mythical whale thing that I fought before. So I would say the lions in this part of the world are absolutely fucked. They are crazy, and I don't wish to encounter them anymore. And when my friend Pembley realizes that I've woken up, I'm sure he's going to be a big so-and-so about telling all of us that we should have taken the caves the whole time.
I've definitely spent the month telling them how we should have taken the game.
Apparently, I've been asleep until today. Is something we learned.
Okay.
And also, Valda rubbed the bad honey blood on her face and is almost definitely cursed in some bad way now.
Whoa, that's hardcore.
Oops.
But I have
what are you gonna do?
That month. I don't know if this is how you actually change your skills, but being fairly ashamed of my performance in that clearing with the lion. could Pimbley have spent the month trying to improve his riflemanship, if only to reduce the amount of time it takes him to reload the rifle?
I think so. I think that that's quite all right. I think that what I'll have you do is just try to improve rifle like we normally would. So try to roll over it, and if you succeed, I will allow you to improve it. And I'll do the same for Valda, who checked a bunch of skills there at the end of the fight, if she'd like to improve some skills right now.
Oh.
How'd that go? How did that go?
Terribly. I got a 6 under 40.
Yeah, that would have been
Only
great
that
in the
have been an
fight.
attack. Yeah.
Yeah. So Pembley spends the month firing at targets and not hitting one.
Yeah.
Valda, what are you improving? You checked a couple things. I think you checked your pistol skill, right?
Yes, and my local tribal dialects for African dialects.
Oh, great. So do you want to try to roll over those skills and see if they improve?
Sure. Well, African dialect does not improve. I rolled a 27 and it was a 31.
Okay,
Right?
you
Is that right?
just got under. Yeah, so you didn't quite improve it.
Okay.
Try your pistol skill.
Nope.
Okay, well, it's only been a month, so perhaps.
Well,
things-
friends, we're all the same, all getting better and better, all the time, stronger. Really, the real improvements we've made is the trust that we've formed as a group for having destroyed that horrible, cursed beast.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was wondering if I could also have spent this month chatting with the locals about Gula. Any information I could get regarding this Gula, and also if there's anything that these strange beasts seem to fear. Like, are they afraid of fire like common animals, or something else?
Interesting. Okay, so that's great. I think that you need to give me a social interaction roll. So how are you getting this information? Are you becoming friends with the locals using charm? Are you persuading them through logical argument with persuade that they should tell you more about these superstitions, which they don't really like to share or tell you about?
I'm definitely like a greasy guy. I do have some charm, and I think I would just just kind of, I make my living by insinuating myself in other cultures and stealing valuable things like a terrible person. And so I think I would rely on my charm to just sort of play up the fact that we killed one of these lions for them. And so we just want more information.
So Pembley is spending the month walking into a lot of parties and places where the tribesmen are hanging out, and when he comes in, everybody is like silent, like they just stop their conversations. And how does Pembley do?
Let's see. Pembley. 38 under 40. Squeak
Guess what?
by.
Pembley can check that, and Pembley is going to get a clue. Let's see. Okay. So, in your time, you hear that the mountain is the home of ghouls. And they are ruled by a horrible Gula, their queen. But only recently, a white devil has been coming out of the mountains and stealing the honored dead from their graves here in the villages around the Nimba Mountains.
That's me. I've been doing
Sounds
that.
like you.
Yeah.
So the villagers said. I don't remember it.
Has this white devil visited this village? What is it? Bela? Bela.
Yeah, the White Devil has. And at some point, they take you and show you a place where, a simple graveyard has been violated in some way. It looks
Wait
like
a minute.
some kind of animal or something has dug up a body of a recently deceased person, and there's nothing there but a hole in the ground now and kind of a crooked headstone.
I don't normally use my brain for this, but these villagers have seen this white devil,
That's right.
and they thought it was me.
Well, yes.
Now, there are very few people on this planet that look a lot like me. One of them is my dead idiot brother, the other Ferrymore, so it's not him.
Or your dead idiot brother is in fact very much alive.
Oh, Valda, you tell the best and stupidest jokes. Of course he's dead. I mean, okay, well, I'll go with this for a second. Let's assume he is alive. And let's assume he read this map. And let's assume he got here before us. And we've been here for months now. So,
He could be hiding from you intentionally.
To make me think that he died at sea, the bastard.
Yeah. It would be much easier to steal from, protected things if no one knows you're alive.
Your contact tells you that for the past 20 years, Pembley, people have been going missing and graves have been robbed. So it's been going on for approximately 20 years.
Well, it's probably not him then. He would have had to be a very small boy robbing all of these.
Actually, your brother, his ship sank 20 years ago. It was in the opening narration.
I heard it and I remembered it all.
Did everybody pay attention to that?
My brain is good.
Your brother died 20 years ago, and 20 years ago is when this grave robber just mysteriously, this white devil shows up and just starts.
Right? Crazy coincidence.
I guess I would ask this party that I've crashed and bothered and squeaked by with information. If I have pieced all these things together, I think I would bring them to Ferrymore's bedside, and I would just ask them very plainly, is the white devil that you saw, did he look like this man?
But not like me, because I normally have a big beard. Big beard.
They immediately start cursing and protecting themselves with wards and kind of moving out and shouting.
Well, that's inconclusive.
I mean, they're basically saying yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So,
well, of course, this is all quite preposterous. That lion is suffering from mange, and it seems Ferrymore's brother faked his death to prey on these local tribe superstitions. So, what do you say we just lure your foolish brother out of the jungle with a little clever trap of our own, and we'll have a proper discussion with him?
How do you lure a grave robber, but with a grave?
Exactly. We'll fill in the grave.
I'll get in the grave. I'll get in it. You can cover me.
There doesn't need to be a body in the grave. There merely needs to be someone watching the graveyard.
Have we given up on the big treasure with the map to it? And if we have, let me be clear, that is fine.
I have not given up on the big treasure. But if we can have a chat with your brother, it may expedite things. He can take us to the treasure himself.
Yes, he's already been stealing it, as for 20 years, apparently. Must be a lot of treasure if it's taken that many trips to get it out.
Maybe he hasn't found what he's really after. Maybe he hasn't found this necropolis.
Ah, yes.
Perhaps, which is, a big grave.
Well, I like this idea of sort of setting up a sting to lure my brother out to rob a fake grave, and then we will get the intel from him necessary to rob the big grave for real, but better than him, because he's an idiot, and we'll be able to do it well.
Tremendous. All we need to do is take shifts every night and keep watch over the graveyard.
Ferrymore, LeBeau, and Pembley done it again with another master plan.
Valda, you're into this? You're into this sting operation? Sure. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, are you taking shifts? Is that how it's going to work?
Yes, I'll take the first 3 because I'm very strong and can stay awake for a long period of time. I've been sleeping for a month. I've got plenty of sleep stored up.
So you're all there at the graveyard outside the village, out among the trees and the weeds, but one of you is staying awake each night. Is that how it's working? Make sure I know how it's working.
I think we could all stay awake because it's very much more pleasant at night, and then we can sleep in the heat of the day.
During the day when no one would rob a grave. So we will all sleep during the day, and at night we'll all stay awake, and then we can keep each other company with racy stories of adventure and And adventure. What's another word that's different from adventure? Anyone
daring
have
do?
one?
Daring do?
Daring do. Very good.
Yes. So, you all begin to stake out the graveyard, and eventually, let's see how many days pass. Actually,
I hope we didn't lure the end boss to this village to kill all these poor.
another 2 weeks and 2 days pass. Does anybody want to do anything else in that time? Because action is about to begin again.
Yeah. Have there been any... I'm always sort of in the back of my mind looking for parts to a hot air balloon. Has anything sort of surfaced over that time?
If he would like to do that, all he needs to do is roll craft for me, or he can roll his extreme credit rating roll.
I think
craft?
craft is like building it, right? But
Yeah.
and credit rating is like buying it.
Yeah.
Where's craft?
Craft is art.
Oh.
Art and craft. Sorry, yes.
Yeah, I think Ferrymore knows he can't. I mean, if his craft roll is what it says on the sheet, he's got to know that he can't build one.
Well, then
So
he should-
I think
he
he's
should
asking around for like if someone saw one crash in the jungle or something.
Okay, then I'll allow that. I think it's still going to be like trying to purchase it, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, you want to see if one crashed in the jungle.
Well, I don't know because like he's already
yeah,
determined he
give me-
can't buy one here, right?
You know what? Give me a pure luck roll.
Okay, great. How does those work again?
You just try to roll under your luck, and remember when you spend luck, the score goes down, so
That's
it's
right.
less than where it started today.
And it's cumulative from the last adventure, right? This is straight up 50-50 for me. I'm at 50. Okay. And that is a 91. So I rolled way over my... Or is it
Yeah. Shockingly, there are still no hot air balloons available in the interior of Africa.
well, maybe later.
Does anybody else have anything they want to do? I mean, every night you're staying out at this grave, and every day you're sleeping during the day in the heat of the day. But you do have opportunity to get anything else done that you'd like to, or we can kind of cut to a scene I have in mind.
I'm ready to kill people.
Then let's
Yeah, I can't think
attempt
of
it.
anything else.
Yes. Do what Ferrymore, LeBeau, and Pembley do best. Violence!
Wait, are we still at our very low hit points from our lion battle, or have we recovered?
You have recovered all of your hit
Oh,
points,
thank
just as
God.
our friend Quincy Ferrymore has. And
You're
I'm
immortal
going
now
to let you
'cause your
know.
blood is honey.
I'm going to let you know.
Could
that-
I? Or sorry, no, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I would ask Ferrymore, like, Ferrymore, what sort of traps might we make around the perimeter of this graveyard so that we don't get snuck up on, and who knows if another one of those
Yes.
foul lions comes shambling
I
along.
have a couple favorite traps from my adventures in the African Svelte. Let me tell you about some of them. 1, dig a big hole, put a bunch of spiky sticks in the bottom of it, and then cover the hole with a tarp. And then cover the tarp with leaves. And then put a little bit of delicious food in the middle of the tarp. I call that one the fall on the sticks trap. There.
Are you guys setting some
Tremendous.
traps? Are you
Yeah,
setting
can we
some
use
traps?
these 2 weeks?
Yeah,
I mean, every
yes,
night
absolutely.
we'll work
Setting
on another
traps.
trap.
Absolutely.
So many traps.
All you need is to make a survival jungle roll for me for these
Okay.
traps. It seems like you would hunt via trap in the jungle, so you can surround the graveyard with different traps that you've set.
Is that just Valda that makes that?
Well, you can also assist each other if you'd like.
Yes.
Try. I'm not
I
very
would
good
love
at
an
it.
I would love an assist. I just failed miserably.
Oh.
Okay,
so
let's
that's
see how
good.
Quincy does.
Yes.
He's assisting you.
My character sheet has disappeared. Would you
Can I
believe
use
it?
the luck points on this?
You definitely have survival jungle. Yeah, you can use luck points on these rolls.
there it
Absolutely.
is.
Yeah, and you definitely have
So-
survival jungle, Quincy. So roll your survival jungle.
Oh,
and
I
if
did
you-
very, very good. I did 6.
Okay, great.
That's an
Then I shan't use a luck point.
So then, Valda, why don't
that's
you
extreme success for me.
Oh, really? Okay, then Valda, you can re-roll twice because he was assisting you and got an extreme success. So you can re-roll twice to see how it goes.
I
Go ahead.
can?
Yes, you may, of course.
Oh, I got a 17 and for survival, yes, I got a 17.
Great.
Under 60.
So both of you did excellent work here, and you've set up a veritable obstacle course of traps just outside the perimeter of the graveyard, out in the high grass and in the foliage. So if you were able to lead someone in that direction, they might be taken by surprise by these traps you've set all over the area.
Can I tell you about a couple of them, or would you like me to save those for later?
Well, you already told me about the pointy stick in the bottom trap.
Yes, that's a classic trap.
I think it would be more fun for you to let us know what the trap is when it gets tripped.
Great.
But that one's definitely in effect because today you notice that there is a new grave that has just been dug and that has just been filled with a body of one of the villagers. And all of you heard that the man died from falling into some sort of pit someone had set up right in the woods here with a lot of pointy sticks.
No.
He fell in and he was
crazy.
stabbed by the sticks and he died, and so they have buried him. The Fula people are a Muslim people, so they did a traditional Muslim burial, and now the fresh grave is sitting out there, and you are
we
all...
needed that fresh grave.
You did. You needed a body somehow.
Silver lining isn't there.
But how good was that trap, right?
Very good.
Like,
Really,
We
I
should
mean,
set 7.
that trap clearly works. So, you are waiting and waiting, and it's the dark of the night. The moon is high overhead, just full and bright, and that's when you see some shadowy figures land in the graveyard.
from the sky.
Like from out of the trees. Like they literally leap down from out of the trees and they land in the graveyard. And one of them kind of moves out into the moonlight, and he has a handsome face and a great full beard. In fact, he looks exactly like Quincy, except that he can do the one thing Quincy will never be able to do again. He has a great, gigantic, full beard. He is shirtless and dressed in weird loincloths with mud on his face, and he's moving toward the grave. There he is. Yes. And you are absolutely certain in this moment that is your brother, Quentin Ferrymore. But he's moving along the ground like a jackal or like an ape, like sniffing at the ground and like scratching himself like a wolf. And he moves up toward this grave. And then figures start to land behind him. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How many figures? This many figures. 5. Oh God. 5 figures land behind him. And at first you think that they are apes until one of them raises its face into the moonlight and you see that it has vaguely canine features, and it definitely, the mind behind the eyes is thinking like a person. It's taking things in, and all of you need to make a sanity roll to see these strange canid creatures that are following Quentin Ferrymore. So you're going to try to roll
with the number that's currently on there, right?
That's right. You try to roll under it.
And these canine-faced creatures, they're like the size of a human?
They are the size of a human, yes, and they move like an ape. Like it's like part human, part baboon or something of that nature. It's a horrible, grotesque abomination against nature. How did you do, Valda?
Valda rolled a 9 under 70.
Oh, very good, Valda. You've seen worse and more monstrous things in your life. I think you still have to take 1 point of sanity for seeing this thing. Let me just make sure. how'd the rest of you do on your sand roll?
I got a 20 under 60.
Very good.
I got a 60 over 54.
Okay.
And I think it hits particularly bad because of who it is and what we're
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah,
That just
your
makes sense.
brother is with these guys. That's
The
really
dice
messed
know.
up.
He didn't used to walk
dice-
like that at all. He's walking all weird.
Okay, great. Let me look up two things really quickly. I just need to see how much you lose from this, my friend. So I'm gonna roll. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, 0 loss for Pembley and Valda because they made their rolls, but our poor friend Quincy, this is really a tough adventure for him. He loses only 2. You lose 2 more sanity points. So you don't run the danger if you lose 5 or more in a turn. You run the danger of becoming temporarily insane, which means your guy goes catatonic or goes raving out into the open or does something rash.
That happened to me when I saw the scary whale.
That's right. But in this particular case, everybody has kept their head. And now as you're watching, these creatures start digging at the ground where the fresh grave is. Digging at the ground, and Quentin is helping them, and he's moving just like them, moving like a dog or an animal, and they are going to very quickly have this body unearthed. What would you like to do?
Do they seem to see us at all? I'll let Quincy just saw his brother. I'll let him go first.
Pembley,
Okay.
did you set the trap that I told you to inside the body of the fake grave that is a real grave?
Yes, I'm not above desecrating a grave. Of course I set it.
Well, then our friends are about to happen upon our first trap. Man full of dynamite.
Okay, you're telling me that you guys rigged the grave of this poor dead person who died thanks to one of your traps.
No, we don't know that. He died in a trap.
He died in a trap using
Head full of
dynamite.
spikes, that's a natural feature.
Yes, and we actually put dynamite in every open part of his body just in case one of the other pieces didn't go off.
There's a lot of dynamite in there. We should have spread it out
So
throughout
much
all of the
dynamite.
traps. We didn't. We put it all in that one.
Do we have dynamite?
We not anymore. It's all in the
It
trap.
wasn't-
I'm not trying to be a narc.
Yeah, thank you. No, thank
I
you.
think it would have just been like gunpowder, and it would have just been like it was definitely like a makeshift explosive trap.
I think that you definitely have balls of shot, right? And you definitely have gunpowder because you guys have various firearms, various muskets and things like that.
There's 6 of them, Jared. There was 1 line, and we didn't do well. So I'm going to try to blow some of them up with our exploding body trap.
Hey, I'm actually all for this little plan. I think that it's kind of incredible and fun. The only thing is I need to see if it goes off correctly. I need to see if you were able to set a demolition explosive in a grave.
You certainly sent the worst person to do it.
We've already established that Pembley was the one to set it up.
So all you have to do is give me, I think since you had to use your firearms to kind of create this thing, you need to give me, and I think it's going to be an extreme firearms roll to set this thing off as they get into the grave. I just feel like that's fair because setting a bomb.
We retconned a bomb in
Absolutely.
this scenario. It's
Wait,
totally fair.
Can I assist him since we did it
Everybody can
together?
work on this. Everybody can work on
Oh
this.
yeah,
And
that'd be
here's-
great. Because I'll
here's
tell you
what I'm
what,
going to do.
I don't have the skill.
If I'm so nice, if any of you get this, it works. So roll on extreme firearm skill to try to make this happen.
And can we push
By the
this?
way, they've gotten to the point where you're gonna light it, right? Like there's like probably like a wick and like a light.
I
You
got
did
it. I
not.
got an 8. I swear to God, I got an 8 under
That's-
a 27.
That's good
Thank
because I
God,
got
because I got a
I got an
74.
8 under a 10 even.
and I got a 77. So that's
This is-
excellent. But the only competent person among us is Val LeBeau.
I love it.
Valda, I love that you made this, and I've actually figured out what is an actual realistic maybe setup for this. You guys have put all your rifle shot down in the grave and all your gunpowder, and Valda takes one of Pembley's torches and she just launches it at the grave. The torch falls into the grave. The gunpowder ignites, and boom, it all explodes at once. These creatures and your brother
Stupid bastard.
aren't ready for this at all.
Bad people doing bad things.
I thought he was dead
And-
anyway. It makes no difference to me. Quentin, you stupid idiot.
Fail.
Yes, say fail again.
Yes,
Wait,
fail like you're
probably
up
us. It's
and
probably
fighting
our
a lion.
fail.
Fail.
Okay.
Good for us or bad for us?
I don't know.
Well, here's what's good and bad. The good thing is that you completely blew to Kingdom Come 3 of the creatures and your brother.
Oh, no.
The bad news is that 2 of the creatures are like completely intact. They weren't hit by it really. Like they took like a little bit of damage as their friends were blown to pieces, and now they're like running around and scurrying around and sniffing the air for you. You can see your brother's body nearby, Quincy. And look, answer me this question right now.
Sure.
Do you truly hate your brother, Quentin Ferrymore?
I thought he's been dead for 20 years, and then I found out minutes ago that he wasn't, and now he is again. It's been quite a roller coaster.
Okay, then I'm not going to make you take extra sand loss for killing your own brother.
Do I truly hate him? No. Am I
Or-
indifferent to his loss? Kind of.
He might still be alive. That's all I'm going to put out there. You don't know if any of these guys are fully dead, but you do have 2 creatures that are currently sniffing the air looking for you, so I want to know what evasive action the group is taking.
Or maybe they'll run right into our other many numerous traps.
Valda
In
is
retrospect-
going to go run behind the biggest tombstone she could possibly find so that she is ready with her gun.
Okay, that's a great idea. She does that. What is Pembley going to do?
You said that we used our shot and black powder for this bomb. We did not keep any for our rifles.
I think you kept it. I think you kept one. I think you kept
I have one?
Yeah.
One
Actually, let's
ball?
be fair. Let's be fair. You have.
I think just in character, I think Pembley would have misconstrued
3.
how many he had to contribute. Okay,
You have 3.
all right.
I rolled, and you have 3 shots left. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to start taking shots?
I will. Yeah, I'm going to post up on a smaller tombstone with my rifle on the tombstone, and I will fire at the closest creature I can draw bead on.
I love it. Valda and Pembley immediately run and get behind gravestones, getting ready to fire. And Quincy, what would you like to do?
Quincy goes over to one of his ingenious traps, which is, in fact, a small tree with a rope tied to the top that has been pulled down to the ground and attached to another bigger tree. So he's hiding behind the tree, ready to cut the rope so that the tree will go thwack. It's called the Springy Tree Trap.
It's a fantastic plan, and I think it actually does exist in real life. I know you were trying to be stupid,
No,
and
it's
you
a real
succeeded.
trap.
You succeeded, but I think it does happen. So 2 things happen right now. One of the creatures, let's call them ghouls, sniffs and spies Pembley and Valda, kind of getting ready behind their cover and pointing their rifles, and starts loping toward them. Another creature spies Ferrymore running over to his tree and kind of getting his preparation ready, and it begins loping toward him, and then our people with firearms go first. So let's start with Valda. You may take your shot.
All right, I am going to try to shoot the ghoul that is. Are there any ghouls close to me?
Yeah,
Or-
there's just one loping toward both of you, with
Okay.
its jaws slavering, making a strange meeping sound.
All right, I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna
Meeping,
try
they
to
meep.
shoot that one.
Okay, cool.
Don't you fail me. I rolled a 21 under a 50.
And that's a gunshot, Valda.
That's a great roll. Do your damage. Do your damage.
I just roll again, right? Because I've not done damage yet in the whole game.
Oh, okay.
I
So
think
your
it's
damage.
1d6.
What's the damage for your gun? Do you have? It should be there on your sheet on the bottom of your front page of your sheet.
Oh, it sure is. It says regular 50. I see. Okay.
And to be fair, you did a whole lot of damage when you're the only one that was able to set off the trap that killed 4 things instantly.
Yeah, that was
I
awesome.
did get to shoot the lion in the head in the end.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah, that was cool too.
I rolled an 18, which falls under hard, which is 27.
Great. But you're rolling damage here, right?
Oh, yes. So I
'Cause
was
you hit.
supposed.
I think it's
I was
the
supposed
next
to roll-
column over.
Damn it!
Yeah.
So I was supposed to roll 1d8 and 1d4, right?
You got it. Well, 1d4. Look here. I'll look at your sheet really quickly.
It says 1d8 plus 1d4. So should I just roll again?
Oh, that's because you're looking, I believe, Claire, at your machete. Here, I have your sheet open. Your flintlock pistol, it does
1d10.
No, 1d10 plus 1. So roll a d10 and add 1.
Me.
I need to buy a better gun.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, so you blast the ghoul, which continues to lope toward you, now kind of cackling madly. It's like sharp canines glistening in the moonlight. It thinks
Found
it's
it.
really
Castle's back.
it thinks it's funny that you shot it, and it can't wait to bite into your flesh. Now our other friend who has a firearm, Mr. Pembley, you may go.
Does setting up a gun on a tombstone impart any sort of
Aiming.
so assist on my shot or not?
Smart.
Yeah, I don't see why not. So you're saying because she succeeded in hitting it, it's like extra. You should get some extra mojo on your shot.
No, because I got on one knee behind a tombstone and I'm resting the rifle on the tombstone.
Oh yeah, you're
Like an
aiming.
aiming. Like
yeah,
an aiming.
yeah. I was wondering if there's anything like that in this game, or
There normally isn't, because I try to make it so hard. But I'm gonna let you have a bonus die. I'll let you have a bonus die for that.
cool. So I get 2 10s column die.
2 10s. That's right.
Great. Oh, God. Damn it. Doesn't matter. I failed them both. Oof. Brutal.
Oh my gosh. Boom. The gun goes off. The shot goes wide. And now we come to the ghoul that is running. I think we'll now do the ghouls first. We'll come back to our friends who are aiming guns at the ghoul. The ghoul that is running toward Quincy Ferrymore. What is your dexterity, Quincy?
45.
Oh, that's right. So the one running toward you is going to get a quick attack against you first.
Okay.
Okay.
Does the tree thing happen before he gets there? Because the tree is meant to be in between me and him.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like the trap is sprung when he's like 10 feet away.
All right, here's what I think happens. I think he starts to move toward you to attack, and you need to just make a dexterity roll. And if you succeed, your trap goes off before he gets to you and can start swiping at you.
Great. Just under?
Yes, sir.
Barely. 41 under 45.
You pull the thing, the tree goes flying up. It smacks the monster in the face. The monster... Oh, shit. Okay. The monster takes enough damage to knock it to the ground and make it go rolling back into the graveyard. You've done quite a bit of damage to it. It is not. It is. You hear it growling though. It is not dead.
Then I run off to another trap.
Good trap, Quincy.
Now the one that is running toward Pembley and Valda, it needs to choose a target. Boy, let's see. Well, I think it's time for you each to roll your luck.
I think Valda picked a larger tombstone. She said that she picked one to kind of hide behind, and I'm just like in the open. I'm not trying
So you are offering yourself as a sacrifice. What
well,
a
no,
great
because
team
she
player.
did say she picked a large.
That's right.
large
She said she went to
tombstone.
the largest one, and you're just
Yeah.
kind of behind a tombstone.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna attack you. It runs up to you, and
I don't want to be attacked.
It attacks.
I'll dodge, by the way.
Okay, it
For sure.
makes its first attack, which
Oh,
is a
first?
success. Yes.
I take it. I failed my dodge.
And then it. So it made its. You're telling me it hit.
Yeah.
You failed your dodge. Oh boy, here we go.
Did the lion hit you at all? Is this your first time being hit?
This is my first time being hit.
So strong and brave.
My cowardice in the lion fight paid out big time, but not now.
It does. This is so nasty. It does. It does. Boy.
29 points.
Okay, it just did 9 damage to you as it bites down on your shoulder and neck.
I have 2 health left.
You need to make a Constitution roll right now.
Okay. I failed that. 85 over 55.
You have a permanent scar. You go unconscious from the shock of this. And now I'm going to tell you, Volda, you see that the creature is just dragging Pembley over toward the tree line now. It just begins backing up like an ape or like a dog, like dragging Pembley away. All the other enemies have sort of been dealt with unless someone wants to do a finishing blow against the one you hit with your trap, Quincy. So let me know what you're doing this round. Volda, what are you going to do this round?
Well, Volda is going to she is going to run after Pembley, and she is going to try to shoot this ghoul in the back of the head.
Okay, so she only gets 1 shot every 3 rounds. So here's
does she have her machete on her?
She does. Mm-hmm.
Then she's going to whip out her machete, and she is going to come crashing down on the back of this ghoul's legs.
Okay, great.
Could we retcon that in the month and 2 weeks we had that we repaired that machete with perhaps some?
She went and bought.
I bought a new one.
Oh, great!
A better one.
Thanks.
Yep, she went and bought
better
a machete.
Awesome.
Okay, so that's happening. And Quincy, what are you going to do this round?
Well, I have 2 guns and they're both still loaded, but I think I am. Is it running? It's running up towards the tree line.
Mm-hmm.
Can I spring my 3rd trap, which is rock tied to a rock in tree with rope that swings down like a.
You guys had 16 days to set up these traps, and I think that yes, you can. How does this one work so that I can adjudicate it properly?
It's a rock in a tree tied to a rope. And when you push it out of the tree, it swings on the rope.
Okay, you're going to have to move so fast to get to this tree. You have to get to a tree and climb up it? Is that what you have to do to set this?
Would it be better for me to say that there's another pit trap and it's where this thing is going?
Or could you shoot the little triggering lever for the rock in the tree?
Better, thank you. Thank you, Pembley. Yes, I will shoot the rock in the tree.
Even though I'm unconscious,
I think that's
We discussed it over one of our mini nights out here. We're discussing different ways to activate the traps, and I probably mentioned to Ferrymore, well, you don't have to run all the way across the graveyard. I'm a crack shot like you could just take a shot from anywhere.
You're right, Pembley. I could shoot this rock from anywhere, and I won't unless I absolutely have to, but I'm sure I won't. Cut back to now. You were right, Pembley. I'll shoot this rock.
Go for it.
I was successful in slashing the ghoul's legs, by the way.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to see about Quincy's shot because according to the rules, I must make the firearms happen, and then we will deal with what's happening with the ghoul. So, yes. How did it go?
It didn't go great. That was a 70 over 60.
Okay. 10 luck. 10 luck. Do you want to use it?
Is my friend also? But no, Volda's also going after this.
She's got him, actually. She just let you know.
Nope, I think I'll just shoot badly and say, for you, Pembley!
You miss your trap. The trap is not set off. And Volda, you come down with your machete on the back of this thing's legs. And tell me how much damage you do, Volda. You roll for your machete. It is
I roll for my 1d8 and a 1d4.
Yes, because you have a damage bonus. You're a strong lady.
1d8 and a 1d4. Is that a D?
Full 12. Full 12.
Okay. I have my D12.
If you make this roll, you will have
need a
rescued
D12.
Pembly. If you do not make this roll, if you do not get enough damage, if you do not kill this creature in this round, I think that the creature is going to make off with the unconscious Pembly.
Pembly!
Why am I? Which one does the D8 look like?
Oh, it's okay. It
It
looks
has
like
20 sides on it. No, just kidding.
it looks like a little diamond, but not the D10. Would you like me to roll it for
looks
you?
like this.
Don't let him roll.
How dare you?
Zach is
Why do
showing
I-
you. Zach is showing you if you
One
need
of
a little
these
help.
bad boys.
I think I have it. I got it. I got
Okay.
it. I got it. I got it.
She just rolls a D20.
All right. 1D8 and 1D4.
I was just trying to save myself.
9.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. That is
Right,
a
it's
great.
added together, right? It's added together.
That's right. Okay. Your machete comes down on the back of the thing's legs, and despite its grotesque and horrifying appearance, it cuts just like any other animal, and you literally chop off the back of its legs and heels,
Yes.
and the thing stumbles down and drops the body of Pembly. And then I'm just gonna rule. We're gonna wrap up the scene. You just finish chopping it to
Yes,
pieces.
Chopping,
You go,
chopping,
LeBeau!
chopping. No more legs for you.
And
And then I point at the one that I knocked out. Go get that one. Now go do that one. Now go do
on
that
it,
to that
Quincy.
one.
okay, she goes over there.
Chopping and chopping.
Now
Yes,
do my brother to make sure.
you have successfully saved Pembly from being kidnapped off by these strange beasts.
I got you, boo.
And now you are left with the body of Quincy Ferrymore, who is moaning nearby.
Oh, my
Yes,
God.
Quincy Ferrymore, your long-lost brother. You're reunited again, and he appears to still be alive. So perhaps in our next episode, you will be able to get more information from him or plumb the depths of the mine of Nitocris. But for now, we are going to end our adventure on that cliffhanger and find out in our next edition. Thank you guys so much. That was incredible.
That was
Wow.
fun.
That was great.
I did not expect that scene to happen. I did not expect there to be some sort of trap. I didn't know whether you would figure out it was your long lost brother until I kind of brought him in myself. But I don't know, Zach. I think the stupidest character may have realized one of the smartest things in the Neptune Society.
Hey, every once in a while we get one right. Thank you, Valda, for keeping us alive.
Yeah,
Multiple,
thank you.
Yes.
Oh my god.
We would have TPK'd 2 times, probably.
multiple.
Wow.
Yeah, that was so much fun. Thank you again
That's fun.
so much, you guys. I'm going to say goodbye to my players for now. Clare Grant, Andrew Orvedahl, and Zach Reino. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.
Wow.
Bye.
So, the Neptune Society, we're running 2-parters for a little bit now so that we can kind of really get to know our guests and kind of really look at a full kind of scenario in Cthulhu. So you will see those guys back next week, barring any active god or any active outer god. Any active great old one. I loved that session. That was so fun. A lot of stuff happened that I wasn't expecting, and I got to run a fight with a lion. I just want to say very quickly that that lion was, manipulated by the forces of the Eldritch Dark. So if anybody, doesn't like to see a lion get hurt, keep in mind it was a man-eater that had been driven mad by the forces of the Cthulhu mythos. I am with you in those feelings about animals. All right. What can I tell you? Please tune in Wednesday night for Vampires in Pittsburgh, 6 p.m. Pacific time. We have just finished another little arc, and we are starting a new storyline. So if you've never watched it before, this is the time to start watching it. Our stars of that show are Ashley Birch, Thomas Middleditch, and Ross Bryant, and they really give so much life to their characters, and we really have fun playing Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. So please check that out, 6 p.m. on Pacific, and that is on Wednesday. What else can I tell you? Please follow us on Twitch. Please follow us on Twitter and follow us on Instagram so you know when we're doing special games like the Blades in the Dark game we did last night with the Glass Cannon guys. We're constantly adding new things, and we have a lot of big stuff in the works. So please follow us on all those social media platforms so you know when it is happening. Warbird did our music. Ross Bryant did that great drawing of Quincy Ferrymore. And I'm here for a little bit, so if people have questions, they're welcome to throw them my way. This, if it wasn't clear, is a little bit of our Tarzan episode of the Neptune Society. I think people probably got that. Trying to think if there's anything else I can tell you while we wait for questions. Maybe there aren't any questions at present. Okay, no problem. So it looks like there's no questions. So I'll just remind you again, the work people are doing in the country to, improve how police work, or maybe even, change how policing works in general, or who police are, is being done at Campaign Zero. So please go there to join campaignzero.org and give them a little money so that they can help implement these solutions in cities and make things a little better and keep the horror and the darkness in our game and not out there in the world where we all have to live. I love you all for being here. Until next time, Shub Nugurath Cthulhu Fatagan.